Is Virat Kohli the greatest cricketer of his generation? I doubt so. Does he belong in the Fab Four in Test cricket? That's disputable too. While Steve Smith and Joe Root have been scoring runs by the truckloads in Test cricket in the past few years, Virat Kohli has averaged a mere 28 with the bat. This upcoming tour of West Indies, is a great way for him to redeem himself and bring him back in the books of greats. Today, we are going to discuss the upcoming India tour of West Indies and specifically the two test matches. We have Tejas with us.
Hi Shaleen. Hi guys.
Welcome, Tejas.
Welcome.
So, we have two tests coming up. India is touring West Indies. This is an exciting series because India hasn't played test all that much test cricket, especially after IPL. But with the World Cup coming up in October, it is only going to be a two-match series, and I don't think there will be much emphasis on this part of the series as much as there will be on the ODIs. Let's quickly have a look at the squad and see who India is taking. In the batting, we have Gill, Rohit, Virat Kohli, Ajinkya Rahane makes a comeback, Ruturaj Gaikwad. In the all-rounders category, we have Akshar Patel, Ravindra Jadeja, R. Ashwin. We have two wicket keepers, KS Bharat and Ishan Kishan. In the fast bowling, we have quite a few new names. We have with Mohammad Shami and Bumrah not being there, we have Siraj as the leader of the pack, then Shardul, Unadkat, Mukesh Kumar, and Navdeep Saini. What do you make of the squad? What are your thoughts?
I wanted to discuss the vice captaincy first, and then we can get into the probable 11 and the rest of the squad analysis. So if we think about Rahane's career trajectory, or not the career trajectory, latest part of the career, he was dropped from the squad because he hasn't been performing from the past 3 years or so. Then KL Rahul, who was then performing well, was appointed as the vice captain, but again he became out of form and now is injured. So and India played without a vice captain for I think half of the Australia series and even WTC final. And Rahane then in between performed well in the IPL, performed well for India in the WTC final, and there is now as the vice captain of the Indian Test team. Like on face of it, I think it looks a bit odd because he just played one Test match after his comeback, and he has been appointed as the vice captain. But then if you look at the Indian squad, I think it's more due to the lack of other options. Pant is injured, Bumrah is injured. We cannot make Kohli vice captain now. And then Ashwin could have been a candidate, but he's also not a sure shot part of the overseas Test 11, especially in England and maybe South Africa. There is Jadeja, who is a regular player in all the conditions for India. Maybe he was the one option. What are your thoughts, Shaleen?
I think you pointed out rightly that Ashwin can't be a contender. He would have been a strong contender in my opinion, but since India doesn't go with him in overseas conditions, so Jadeja is the only one that comes to the mind. But Jadeja was given a captaincy stint with CSK a couple of years back, and that did not go down well. Dhoni returned as the captain, so I don't think the Indian contingent is looking at Jadeja from a leadership perspective. He's already batting, bowling, fielding, catching, he's everywhere. So I think leadership is probably one thing that they are not looking at him for. I think let's get into the probable 11.
Yeah, that's the best part. So we have openers in Rohit Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal. I'll play Gill at 3, Virat Kohli at 4, Rahane at 5, KS Bharat as the wicket-keeper batsman at 6, Jadeja at 7, Ashwin at 8.
Yeah.
And the pacers in Shardul, Unadkat and Siraj.
Okay. So I see that you are not going to open with Gill and Rohit. Gill and Rohit have kind of established themselves as a all-format opening pair for India in the past year or so. And Gill has really come into his own. Even Rohit has made a mark for himself in Test cricket in the recent series that India have played. So it's a strange choice, I would say. But that being said, the left-right combination of Jaiswal and Rohit does make sense. And Gill being a stroke maker and someone who now has a bit of experience on his side can fit in well at number 3, considering he's not that good of a player of spin bowling.
Yeah.
And your choice might actually be right, because India actually played a practice test against Barbados Royals, and they decided to open with Jaiswal and Rohit with Gill at number 3. So that might be the way India goes in this series. And I think Harsha Bhogle mentioned that he would like to see Gill at number 3. So I think there is some weightage to that as well. He must be seeing something in him at number 3. Moving on, what is your opinion on the wicket keeping and the spin all rounders?
On the wicket keeping front, we have KS Bharat and Ishan Kishan.
Yeah.
If you look at KS Bharat, he has just got 5 test matches so far, and unfortunately, all of them have been against Australia, which has a strong bowling lineup. Now, if we suddenly drop him after playing against Australia and pick Ishan Kishan, and even if he performs well, we won't probably be able to compare KS Bharat and Ishan Kishan, because they have got opportunities against different strengths of bowling attack.
Yeah.
I would rather have KS Bharat play 2 more matches against the West Indies. If he then does not perform, then I think we can move past KS Bharat and look at Ishan Kishan. But right now, I think KS Bharat deserves chances against the West Indies bowling attack. And if he goes well, then it's good for him and also for India. If you look at the spinners, I think Jadeja at 7 is a no-brainer. There is literally no other choice, and he will probably make as number 7 for India.
There is another choice in Akshar Patel, but continue.
Yeah. Okay. And then if we look at West Indies pitches, they are not like England and South Africa, which are like not at all conducive to spin. West Indies has a history of getting okay with spin, and hence Ashwin makes the squad at 8. And now if you look at the fast bowlers, we do not have Bumrah because he is injured. Shami has been rested. Umesh is also injured, and Ishan has fallen out of favor now.
Yeah.
So Siraj will be leading the attack, and then we have 4 options in Unadkat, Mukesh Kumar, Shardul Thakur, as well as Navdeep Saini.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the pace bowling lineup, Shardul?
As you mentioned, I think Siraj is no doubt the leader of the attack in this squad. And apart from him, I think India will go with 2 more pacers. Unadkat seems like a very good choice to me at the moment because of his left-handedness, because of his ability to bowl up front with the new ball, where he can swing the ball a little. He has that seam movement going from him. So there are a lot of skills that Unadkat brings to the table. So he is a very strong contender, in my opinion. And with Shardul Thakur, I would say, since India goes with him as the 4th pacer in tests in England and Australia, I think it's fair enough that he should get the nod ahead of the likes of Mukesh Kumar and Navdeep Saini. He has the ability to swing the ball. He has a knack of picking up wickets and breaking partnerships out of nowhere and getting the bigger wickets. He's gotten Joe Root out a few times, even Steve Smith. So for me, Shardul, Siraj and Unadkat make the cut. For Mukesh and Saini, Mukesh is rather new to the setup, and I think India is looking at him, is trying to groom him, but I mostly see him as a limited overs player, especially with his ability of bowling Yorkers in the death. And Saini, the only reason I can see Saini making it to the 11 is if the pitches have extra bounce. Because of Saini's height and because of his ability to hit the deck at a good pace, he might be able to extract some extra bounce out of the wickets, which Shardul and Unadkat might not be able to. So that is the only reason I see Saini making it to the 11, but I doubt so. What is your prediction for the series? It should be pretty obvious, but still, let's hear it.
Yeah, I'll go with India to winning both the test matches against the West Indies. I mean, India usually wins test matches everywhere, and with this West Indies team, I think 2-0 is on the cards.
Well, what are some players that from the Indian 11 or Indian squad that you think can sort of come into their own or steal the limelight?
I think Gill at 3 will be exciting to see how Gill performs in the middle order. He has done well for India when he used to perform in the middle order, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think KS Bharat has a make or break kind of an opportunity this series. And I also think Ashwin will be raring to go, considering that he was left out of the WTC final P11. But now with all the limelight on him, I think he will also be one of the key players.
So that's it from today's episode of Paddle Sweep. Do subscribe if you're looking to get more updates from the world of cricket.